calibrated the machine. Who's in there first, man?
One of us.
Huh?
One of us is going first. It's cold out here. Yeah. What's going on?
I had to have the heat on
Right.
while I was rolling down here, man.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it's cold. Let's
It's
check this
so
thing out.
cold.
Yeah, come on in. You're lucky if you can go 60. You know
Woo!
those slow vehicle lanes?
Yeah.
I gotta use them, bro. Alright, so basically this is
sweet.
BodPod there. That's a BodPod Express.
Look at
Oh,
this
so you
thing.
just go in there?
This is
Yeah.
cryo in here. This is impact cryo. Basically, if you Google, actually Will Smith was in this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, over in Bahamas.
This is awesome.
That is so cool.
Who's first?
I was going first.
You go first.
Who feels
Fine.
lean, man? Who feels
Fine, I
lean?
don't-
I don't feel
Nobody
lean.
ate, nobody drank, nobody did anything
Yeah,
they
we're-
weren't supposed to do.
I ate an entire pizza last night. But
Oh
Alright.
my God. So, this thing is pretty sweet. Body Comp Chiro out of Litchfield. He goes to everybody's gyms like around the state, and he does all the testing here. So usually, like, you have to go to. We went to a university, Southern Connecticut University, or Central Connecticut University. All like universities have the body fat testing in the human performance lab, but this dude just drives around in this truck, and you can get accurate testing. So if you're in Connecticut, check this guy out. But Chris is going first. I think we're getting BodPod testing and base metabolic rate testing, I believe. And then we're gonna have a bunch of members go in here. By the way, it's really early, 7:30. You can't eat or drink, so we didn't have coffee. I needed coffee so bad, so we're gonna get this testing done. And I'm thinking pumpkin spice.
5'8".
You gotta close the door.
I'm coming in.
How old are you?
23.
23.
23. Did you put female in?
Here, Rob,
Kill
sit
me,
down.
23, man.
What is that? He looks so stupid. What do you think it is?
What his body fat is? Well, he just ate a pizza last
I think
night.
it's about 11%.
No, I'm gonna say like
Uh,
14.
I didn't really look at him. I can tell pretty good.
I
if
think
look at people.
14. Can he hear us?
What do you think?
If Christopher was 10.5, you're probably like
You're probably the same.
10.2.
You're the same. You're just bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm
I was-
calling him 8.
I was
Oh, God.
10.7.
I'm calling you 8'3", 8'4", based on your abs. But I'm guessing.
Don't let me down. Don't let the people down. To the future.
And off we go.
Looks like a little
Yeah.
rocket show.
You know,
Doesn't even look like he fits in it.
Sure do.
test one.
He looks so stupid.
7'8". Damn,
Wow.
I'm pretty good. I said 8.
7.8.
Yeah, I said 8. I was like, hey, that's
Pretty close.
pretty good, man. You gotta give it to me. No, but I do this all the time.
Yeah.
So
7
Someone
point.
just pulled in.
So
Maybe it's time to injure.
7.8% body fat. You're almost ready to win a natural bodybuilding show if I could dehydrate you down.
Yeah.
Because I usually competed around 6.5 as a natural competitor, and I had veins coming out of my abs. So, but that would be water fluctuation for you. So what we could do.
Look at that.
Pretty free.
We'll talk about that later. We'll do a comparison. Go ahead, babe. You're next. Really stylish.
Isn't it?
How'd you do?
Good.
Did you feel like you traveled? Did you feel like you traveled?
It feels weird.
You look like an alien.
You're on the cusp of moderately lean and lean.
It's pretty good.
That's not bad for women. I mean, you know, listen, you're meant to hold a little more body fat than men. CrossFitting girls, the elite CrossFitters that go to the games, I've tested quite a few of them, they're usually like 16 to 18. Men, usually, you're on the low side. Usually they're 8.5 up to about 13.
Anything weird going on in here?
I just breathe in and out with my mouth.
Yeah,
What?
in other words, think of yourself having a head cold.
Say that again?
Hey, think of yourself as having a head cold. All right, put it in your mouth all the way. Make a tight seal. Sit back, relax. Hey,
Get in mode.
try not to move.
I'm just gonna stay in here for
like,
30
in other words,
minutes.
Just close your eyes, go to sleep, don't move.
How long?
That's
You gotta get zen.
There's
You gotta be really relaxed.
what happens is if you move a lot and fidget, like I've had some people on their phone and they're moving it. Like each time you do that, the breathing is different. So it kind of resets it.
Yeah.
So some of those people go 8 minutes, man. Like
Okay.
I try to leave them alone and
Yeah,
let them
yeah.
relax.
I don't know how much of his explanation I showed you guys, but Tabby's doing a base metabolic rate test. So it's like looks like a mouthpiece, nose is plugged, and she just breathes normally for like 7-8 minutes, and it calculates through your like heart rate, how much breathing you like do. If like you're saying if people breathe really heavy, it's gonna equate that you burn more calories, but it gives you how many calories you burn at rest, and then from that you can add your activity level. So if you have like a manual labor job, if you train 6 days a week, or if you only work out 1 day a week, you can figure out exactly how many calories, or more accurately how many calories you need. When you do the FitnessPal calculation or the Harrison-Benedict equation, it's accurate to a point, but even for me, like, it doesn't do a really good job because the calculation doesn't have anything that says CrossFitter that works out 4 hours a day, 7 days a week, and has epic cheat days on the weekend, you know what I mean? So this will give you a better estimate of calories. So we're gonna check back in with her in a little bit, but it's pretty cool company. I mean, he's got literally everything in there. But Andrew got his body fat tested with me, right? The beginning or the end of July. He was 22% body fat. He's 15.5% body fat, and then 70 days. That is crazy. What was the body fat?
It's like 16.
When we did the hydrostatic weighing, was it 22%?
20.8, 15.5.
You went from 20.8 to 15.5. Oh my God, this guy. Actually, you had a bigger transformation than I did, technically.
That's what 2 months of salary does to you.
1260.
1260.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
We're pretty freaking close.
Yeah.
So
I've been doing her diet for like
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we call this?
an alfalfa.
What the? What is that?
Woo! We're not fat. Let's celebrate
By
eating pancakes.
Hey, I'm feeling really good about this.
Seriously, I don't think we can be friends because. Oh my God, babe!
That looks.
Give me a little. Give me a little yolk corn. Oh my God! Wow!
I'm feeling really good.
Wow!
Sorry guys, I'm not waiting.
Time to celebrate. I inhaled powdered sugar.
Oh my god.
With the hash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love corn.
Rip it into my sausage.
Where's the salt at?
The numbers don't lie, boys and girls. The numbers don't lie. The moment of truth. Well, actually, you've already seen the results, right? You already heard the results. Whoa. So you might have just heard what the results were. I can't remember, but if you guys didn't watch the 60-day transformation and you didn't see the transformation video, go watch that. If you didn't see our first body fat testing, go check that out. But if you did see it, we did the hydrostatic weighing at Southern Connecticut University. It's another method. It's water displacement. This time we did BodPod, which is air displacement. The hydrostatic weighing is actually slightly below accuracy to the BodPod, but I'm really happy with the result. So I'm gonna put these two pictures on the screen, I think. But beginning of August, we did the hydrostatic weighing. I weighed in at 189 pounds. Again, this is right after doing cheat days. So 189 pounds, I was 10.7% body fat. I had 20.2 pounds of actual fat on my body, and my lean mass, which is bones, organs, and muscle, was 168.8 pounds, okay? Now about 70 days later, we did the BodPod test, and it was 7.8% body fat, which I'm super impressed with. Like, it was beyond my goal. But anyways, 7.8% body fat, 14.5 pounds of total fat mass on my body. Lean mass was 172.9 pounds, and I weighed in at 187.4 pounds. So what exactly does all this mean? If we compare these, I went from 20.2 pounds of actual fat in my body to 14.5 pounds of fat in my body, which is a difference of 5.7 pounds of fat. So I lost 5.7 pounds of fat total, and I gained 4.1 pounds of muscle mass, which is pretty awesome. So obviously my bones and my organs didn't change, so that's obviously lean tissue mass. So just to remind anyone, if you guys didn't see the videos, this is the difference. This is what I did. I went from straight CrossFit, Olympic weightlifting, powerlifting, training 4 hours a day, doing epic cheat days every single weekend, and being in a slight caloric deficit during the week, to no cheat days, if it fits your macros, every single day, eating about 3,800 calories. And I had ice cream and chocolate every night, and just if it fits your macro snacks. I tried to keep it 90% clean, 10% of like whatever I wanted. We did have a few weekends where we kind of just like ate a little bit more than 90-10. We did like a 50-50 deal. But I increased my bodybuilding. I did bodybuilding like every other day, upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. So a lot more hypertrophy work, a lot more intense CrossFit, and a lot less like weightlifting strength stuff. So that was the main difference. More like bodybuilding focus, more intense cardio sessions with CrossFit. And I still worked out about 4 hours a day, 2 sessions a day, 2 hours total. So not much really changed with, you know, the volume of training. The style of training was a little bit different. So that's where I think I built the muscle, was from doing more bodybuilding days, more bodybuilding sessions. And the leanness, I think, came from not doing the cheat days, not having the huge binge 10K, 15K, 20K challenges. And I think that's what really leaned me up the most, especially doing a lot more abs. I did like 30 minutes to an hour of abs every day, doing weighted resistance style movements, body weight movements, gymnastic stuff, oblique stuff, isometric stuff like planks, things like that. I did a lot. So I'm pretty impressed with the results, but I'm also kind of disappointed. So I'm happy with the results because I set a goal to, I think I said lose 5 pounds, which would have put me at 9 or 8% body fat, or 8.5. And we went beyond that. We went 7.8, which is super impressive to me. The guy was even like, you could jump on stage if you wanted to. Obviously that like went to my head. I was like, haha, I could do a bodybuilding show. But I'm disappointed because about 2.5 weeks ago, I think I was in better shape. I'm gonna put up a comparison picture. I'm obviously a lot more tan now and whiter then, and I had a beard, but physique-wise, I think I was leaner. I had some veins in my abs, and also, by the way, I went from 35 inches on my waist to 31.5. That's like pretty crazy. But I think I was a little bit leaner, so I'm disappointed because I wish I just knew what it was. So maybe I was like closer to 7.5 or even 7%. But that was due to, we had that fiesta home housewarming party. Last weekend was Andrew's birthday. We had some cake. So I basically had 2 weekends where I ate a little more dirty and we had a bunch of beer, which I was trying not to do leading up to the body fat testing. But hey, you only live once. And this is my final message before this series is totally done, is you gotta pretty much, if you wanna do a diet, figure out why you're doing that diet. So like, for me personally, I just did this for YouTube to see how lean I could get, and I'm happy I did it because you guys got to see the journey through that. But like realistically, why do I want to be this lean like all the time? There's no real reason other than like to take a couple pictures with my shirt off, or like that's pretty much it. Like if it fits your macros is, I would say, is the best if you're experienced, the best way to go, because you get to still live a flexible lifestyle while still being lean. But that's just, like, realistically, you don't need to be below 10%. Like at 10.7%, I still looked good and I was enjoying myself on the weekends, but restricting myself a little bit too much during the week. So bottom line is, do you really want to have a six pack? And why do you want to have a six pack? Or why do you want to be that lean? If you're like 30-40%, absolutely, you're going to have a little more drive just to be healthy and lose a little more weight. But all I'm trying to say is, have a realistic goal and have that goal be for yourself and not, like, you know, just to be like, oh, I want to take a cool picture on Instagram or something like that. Or like, I see Joe Schmo being really lean, I want to be really lean. Because once you get down to the leanness, it's just like, why am I being this lean? So basically, all I'm trying to say is have a realistic goal, but also don't limit yourself and don't change your whole lifestyle just to have abs. Because once I come back from Greece, cheat days, I'm gonna still keep the If It Fits Your Macros diet. I'm gonna live a little bit more. I'm gonna enjoy time with my friends, because, you know, trying to restrict myself too much is just too stressful, and, you know, you only live once, you might as well enjoy yourself. So more classic cheat day videos. Still gonna put some fitness here and there, but I think this might be the last video before Greece. So if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, because you're not gonna see a video for 2 weeks, which the first video you will see post Greece is a cheat day video, New York City edition. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I think there's a bell notification, which if any of you out there don't have the bell notification, click that. I know some of you are secretly watching but not subscribed, so please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Snapchat. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks post Greece.